Hi, Stephen here from Sound of an Ocean Wave, and this is day one of the November daily draws. So, as we start the weekend, we also start a new month. So let's see what message we get. And I'll be taking the first card from the Forest of Enchantment Tarot, followed by an oracle card from the Forest of Enchantment Oracle. I recently obtained the oracle, and I was hoping that it would help me connect a little bit more with the Forest of Enchantment Tarot, because I love the deck, but sometimes I've struggled to connect with it. Maybe because, and as you'll see, some of the names and suits have changed names. The card, some of the cards have changed names, and some of the suits have changed names. So we'll see. We'll give it a go, and hopefully we'll get some good messages. So let's use our first card and get the reading underway and see if that's the case. And I also thought that this enchanted forest, this going into the woods, is a kind of a woods theme at the moment that in my path at the moment. I'm using another deck privately, which has a forest wood theme. It's a bit more on the shadow side. So anyway, let's get this one underway. Okay, here we go. And we have a lovely swan here. And it's the Ace of Visions. And this is one of the changes that I was referring to. It's an ace, and the vision suit is to do with the cups. I'm not quite sure why it's visions, but we go with the theme of the deck and how it's but that's what it is. It's the Ace of Cups, basically. And we can read it as the Ace of Cups, but it could be sort of our to me, cups is spiritual as well as wands is spirit, but to me, wands is more active spiritual energy, whereas cups to me, when it refers to spiritual matters, inner life matters, is to do with more reflective, more personal awareness, etc. And the reflectiveness actually is depicted here with the reflection of the swan itself being on the water here. So there is that too. So to me, this could mean that as we start a new month, new beginning, fits the ace, doesn't it? To me, this means that this is a new period of inner reflection and awareness, which fits a little bit from last month, where we were dealing mainly. We had a lot of cups and swords, didn't we, last week? There will be when I'm up to loading it when it's ready to load, upload to YouTube. The review of last month, and of course the month ahead spread for November coming soon too. But as I say, that we've had this, and to me, it's like this. This is to do with inner work to me. This is to do with the unseen work within ourselves. One of the things about swans is they look so graceful, don't they, on the water? They almost seem to be gliding across it. But if we look underneath, the legs are busily working away. So this is work underneath the surface that we're dealing with here. And so it's inner energy. is inner spiritual work. We've got maybe some further healing or spiritual development to do, maybe related to emotional things, relationships. But we're starting something afresh here in this area as we start this month. That's why, and maybe that's where, and this will come from having a vision, perhaps, of who we are. Maybe that's why. I mean, I personally think of vision. When you see vision as in what you want to accomplish, I see that more of being a one's thing. But I don't necessarily see the vision part. To me, where it's more becoming aware of something. It's seeing something new about ourselves, seeing something afresh. So it's having a new vision or a new sight of seeing something with new eyes, with new sight. It's not a vision as in something to aim for, something you want to accomplish. You know, my vision for this project is this. No, it's more about how we see things within ourselves, how we see our own selves at the very core, and how we relate to that and connect with that. So I feel this card is saying, get ready to begin some work in this area. You may see yourself in new light, and there'll be a lot going on below the surface, and there'll be periods of self-reflection through which you will have this vision, this sight, this new perspective of how you see yourself and your place on your journey. So, could be challenging, but also could be exciting. And a lot of this will be unseen by others. People won't notice any different. It's not something that, as I say, it's something that goes on behind the scenes, below the surface. Not that you're necessarily keeping it secret for any particular reason, although maybe it's private. There's some private, personal stuff that you rightfully keep to yourself and work through. And other people will just see you going along, gliding across the water, as it were, seemingly gracefully, unperturbed, not knowing what's going on underneath, what's going on in the unseen parts. So you will know because you will feel it, you will experience it. Others might not. They might further down the line when it alters your state of being, your condition, the way you conduct yourself. But at the moment, as we begin it, it's something that is personal to us. So get ready for some personal development, I feel that this card is saying. Okay, so let's have a look at the Oracle. Now, I've really not used this before, so we're using this intuitively. And we'll see what we get here. Now this deck has... This is the Feather of Finding. Now, this deck has 4 cards which are called boon cards. Gifts or bonuses or something that you have that helps you in a particular area. And this is the Feather of Finding. This helps to, and relating to the Ace of Visions, maybe finding your true self, maybe finding and discovering new aspects about yourself. This feather is going to help you do that. It's something that's given, it's a gift, something that helps you do for a certain purpose. And I believe that it can help find certain things that you're looking for. But to me, in relation to the Ace of Visions, it means finding new facets to your personality and your character and your inner self and your true self and your spiritual journey. you're going to discover something. And as you reflect and go through this personal transformational work that we have here represented by the Ace of Visions. So an exciting time, interesting time ahead, if that's how we're beginning the month. Okay, so that is today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 2. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.